They say the forest of Ogbunike has a rhythm, not of birds, not of wind, a heartbeat. At night, if you listen closely, you can hear it. The elders say it's not a sound you hear with your ears, it's in your spine, in your blood. The Eke Oji ritual only happens once every 13 years, on a night when the moon turns red and the river runs backward. It's a night of crossing, when the spirits walk and the living stay locked indoors. Everyone obeys. Everyone, except Chuka. Chuka, 19, tall and arrogant with a city swagger, had returned from Lagos after the death of his grandmother, Mama Ifedi. She had been a respected elder, a midwife, and the last living priestess of the forest shrine. The village was quiet as he arrived, the people watching him with suspicion. They remembered him as a boy who mocked their ways. "Still wearing jeans to the compound, I see," muttered Uncle Ikenna, disapproving. "Tonight is the red moon. Stay indoors." "Let me guess," Chuka smirked. "The spirits will kidnap me if I don't?" Old Mama Chinwe, half blind, looked up from her mat and whispered, "Not kidnap, replace." As dusk painted the sky crimson, Chuka gathered with village boys near the palm grove. They shared stories, roasted maize, and argued over whose father had the strongest juju. Then came the dare. "You say you're not afraid," said Obina, his voice quiet but firm. "Then go, cross into the forest before the last drumbeat." "And do what?" Chuka asked. "Find the uli tree. If you see it and return, we'll believe you, but don't look back, no matter what you hear." The boys fell silent. "Challenge accepted," Chuka laughed. He took his phone, a flashlight, and stepped into the mouth of Ogbunike Forest. As he moved deeper, the familiar night sounds fell away. No insects, no frogs, just silence. His flashlight flickered, and the temperature dropped. It was like walking into a world that had forgotten warmth. Soon he heard it, a drum beat, slow, heavy, from nowhere and everywhere. Then voices, not spoken, chanted, deep Igbo words older than language. Words his body understood but his mind rejected. His phone glitched, flickered, then died. Still he walked, guided by a strange light. A pale, greenish glow that seemed to come from within the trees. The forest opened into a clearing lined with masks, wooden, clay, and bone, all nailed to trees. Each one had eyes made of mirrors, and mouths opened in silent screams. A little girl stood there, barefoot, eyes rolled back, speaking in a voice too deep to be hers. "You are the one, the chosen mocker. The forest sees." She extended a calabash toward him. Inside, black, bubbling liquid, writhing like worms in oil. Chuka backed away, but the masks were whispering now, hissing, chanting, "Oh Booyah, oh Booyah, oh Booyah." It is him. It is him. He turned to run, but the path was gone. In its place, dancers. Dozens of masked figures, bodies moving like broken marionettes. Some floated, some crawled, all moved toward him. At their center, a horned elder in crimson bark robes stepped forward. His mouth was sewn shut with cowrie beads. In his hands, a staff of twisted human bones and a curved blade made from animal teeth. The elder raised the blade. The drums stopped. All movement ceased. Then he touched the blade to Chuka's head, and reality shattered. He was no longer in his body. He saw rituals centuries old, where twins were buried alive to appease angry trees. He saw a child taken as an offering, his mouth stuffed with yam, his body turned into a shrine. He saw his grandmother weeping in spirit form, bound to a stone, screaming, "You should not have come. You brought blood with you." The forest was not just haunted, it was alive and it was hungry. Chuka was screaming now, but his voice was not his, it was drumbeats. The dancers pinned him down. The horned elder produced a hyena skull, still wet with blood, and placed it over Chuka's face. It clamped shut. He convulsed. His skin darkened. His eyes rolled back. His heartbeat synced with the drums. And then he stood up and began to dance. Ati, Dawn, the drums stopped. The villagers emerged cautiously. Obina and the others waited by the forest's edge, but Chuka never returned. That day, Mama Chinwe poured libation and muttered, "Another taken, another replaced." But it didn't end there. Over the following nights, children began vanishing, always after a drumbeat, always near the forest, and at the border of the trees, villagers would sometimes spot a lone figure, a man, dancing, wearing a hyena skull, moving with broken limbs, and whispering in an ancient tongue. Chuka's phone was found days later near the shrine ruins. The last video was corrupted, but in the final few seconds, one could hear something, a child's voice, saying, "When the last drumbeat plays, don't look back, or the forest will follow you home."